Hello and welcome to the course. My name is Ruben Ward. I work as a freelance Unreal Engine gameplay programmer. That's my job. I have a YouTube channel. You can search my name, Ruben Ward, on YouTube to find my videos. I've had over 600,000 views on various tutorials. And I've worked with Unreal Engine for years, and I just love making games. So let's talk a little bit about this course. We're going to start off by making a basic third-person character. And you'd be really surprised. This is a lot easier than you might think. Unreal Engine has a bunch of stuff set up that just makes characters a breeze to make. Really easy. We'll discuss movement and how to network the movement so it can work in online games as well. Animation is obviously a big part of getting a character set up. I've seen a lot of games that don't have the animation dialed in properly, and it's really a bad look. So I'm going to show you how to use the animation tools to get smooth looking animation for your character. I'll also talk about cameras. We cover cameras in section 2. We add a third to first person toggle feature. You may have heard of this feature. It's in games like Skyrim and Fallout. And then in the last section we're going to talk about artificial intelligence, and we're going to make an AI character that can actually search for us and chase us. So why is Unreal Engine a good choice in the first place? Well, Unreal Engine uses C++, and if you're serious about being a great games developer, C++ is a very important language to know. Pretty much all game engines are running C++. Not all game engines use it as a scripting language, but pretty much all game engines are built with it. Unreal Engine is a little bit different in that it uses C++ for its scripting, but it's a really good language to know, especially if you want to leave Unreal Engine one day. And it'll give you a great base to sort of go on and work on some game engine type stuff later on. The other reason that I actually really like Unreal Engine is because it's a mature engine, meaning that it's been around for a while, and it's free of bugs essentially, apart from some of the newer experimental features, but the core stuff is pretty much bug-free. So how do the 3 sections work in this course? Well, the first one, we just go through and make a basic third-person character. The second one, we're going to add the third to first person toggle feature and work with cameras. And then in section 3, we do the artificial intelligence, which is creating a patrolling enemy that will search for us. So the thing that I really like about Unreal Engine is that it has a framework. There's a lot of jargon and weird terms that you need to learn, but once you pick it up, there's a lot of power in the framework that Unreal has. There's a lot of things in making games that are really difficult to get working, and if you had to build some of this stuff from scratch, you'd go crazy. Unreal Engine, on the other hand, knows that this stuff is really hard to do, and so they ship a bunch of tools to make it really easy to make characters, set up rules for your game, all sorts of things like that. So it's a really nice engine in that way. So what are some of the prerequisites for this course? Well, you must understand the basics of C++. This means that you understand things along the lines of variables, functions, just the basics. You don't need to know anything completely advanced, but just have a good idea of programming, and you should be fine. The next thing that you need is a moderately powerful PC. This means 8GB or more of RAM, a GTX 470 or higher, and for your processor, maybe a quad-core AMD or Intel CPU will be fine. You'll need Unreal Engine 4.15.3, that's the one that we use. You get the option to choose whatever version you like when you download. However, you can get away with using an earlier or later version. Just keep in mind that the code might be slightly different, so it's a good idea to just go with the same version that we're using. Finally, you'll need Visual Studio. Visual Studio can be downloaded for free, very easy to install, same with Unreal Engine. So what are the goals of this course? Well, the goals are really just to transform you from a complete beginner with Unreal Engine to someone who can implement a character from scratch quite easily. I also want to really get down and deep into the animation tools, because I feel that animation is one of the biggest things that separates the novice games from the AAA titles. If your animation doesn't look good, then your game won't look good. And lastly, I'm going to show you how to implement AI. AI is another one of those things that's really important, and a lot of people are interested in AI. So making an AI character that can hunt for our character is also going to be one of the things that we'll be covering during this course.